Hello and welcome back to another review video, but I'm not reviewing a movie today, I'm reviewing a video game. I haven't posted a video up in a while because every time I try to put videos onto my computer, they say the file is corrupt or whatever, so if this is another corrupt file, I'm going to lose my mind because I don't know why it keeps doing that with my phone. And it's been annoying the heck out of me. I have to then upload to YouTube directly from my phone, and that freaking Ice Bucket Challenge video that I did that took over an hour to upload for whatever reason directly from here, and it was like a 2-minute video at most, 2 to 3 minute video, and that was insane. And I even tried uploading I made a video response to The Chosen One, my top 20 favorite movies of all time, and that of course was corrupted. It didn't want to upload to my computer, so I tried to upload directly to YouTube from my phone, and then YouTube for some reason had the balls to say the video was too long, even though I have posted videos on YouTube that were longer than that one. So that really annoyed me, and that video managed to also get deleted from my phone, so now I have to redo that video, and I am really annoyed with how this has been working. So hopefully this one will be fine, it will work well. Excuse me a second. Cheerwine. Hopefully this video will turn out well. It will go onto my computer, and I'll upload it to YouTube through computer, and we won't have this problem anymore. So we're having our fingers crossed here, people. And if you're seeing this video, then obviously I managed to get it uploaded. But anyways, if you haven't seen the title of the video, it's called I'm reviewing The Evil Within, the new survival horror game produced by Bethesda. This came out, I got this and this today because, I know that's a lot of money, but you only go around once, and I figured I'd spoil myself today a little bit. And I couldn't really decide which one I wanted. I had them both pre-ordered, and I knew I was going to like this for sure, but I needed a good survival horror game because, it's Halloween and we got to do that. I'm not reviewing this one yet, and I haven't even played it yet. It's still in a shrink wrap, and it's cool because it comes with a slipcase. And the reason why I haven't played it yet is because I know I'm going to like it. It's Borderlands. I've liked Borderlands 1, I liked Borderlands 2. I liked the DLC in both Borderlands 1 and 2. So I have a feeling I'm going to like Borderlands, the pre-sequel. I heard the story is not as deep as Borderlands 2, but as long as it's as fun as Borderlands 1 and 2, I'm fine. So this isn't going to be a full review of The Evil Within. It's just going to be my first impressions, in all honesty. Because I haven't played the game all the way through yet. I just got it today. And what do I think about it? It's pretty good. It's pretty fun. I'm not a very scared person. I don't get scared when I'm reading a book. I don't get scared when I'm watching a movie. I don't get scared when I'm watching one of those stupid reality ghost hunting shows. Some of them can get creepy. I liked Paranormal State. I thought that was really cool. Ghost Adventures also isn't too bad. What else was there? It was something really stupid. But this game, I haven't gotten scared yet by it. There is some good suspense though. In the intro mission, when I was exploring the mental hospital, the guy with the chainsaw, they didn't give him a name yet. I was trying to hide from him. That was actually pretty suspenseful. It had me on the edge of my seat, and I was trying to avoid him properly. And that was really handled really well. It took a little bit of time to actually get past him, but it was still fun to finally get around him. There are a few plot holes in the beginning, like the lead guy, Sebastian, he gets his leg cut with a chainsaw, and then later in the same scene, when he gets off of the elevator, his leg's perfectly fine. I'm not sure if that's just supposed to symbolize that what happened to him is just his brain going insane, or they just didn't take that into consideration. I'm not going to nitpick that too much, though. It's whatever. I've watched movies with worse plot holes than that. And then the plot of this game is really weird. I thought that the game was going to start immediately after the first time Sebastian woke up when he's hanging from the rope with the guy who was going to cut him up. I thought that's immediately where the game's going to start. But the game actually, there. That's just the beginning. It's you want to escape. I escaped the asylum, and then this whole really weird apocalypse scene happens where the city, I don't know what city it is. They might have said I just wasn't paying attention. Just like some Armageddon, Pacific Rim, Godzilla, frigging 2012 things just crumbling down. And it was like, what's going on? I thought it was going to be just you're in there and then you're trying to escape and your character's like mentally just breaking down while these things are attacking him. I didn't know anything about this game other than that he wakes up in an asylum and that's where I thought the game was going to take off, but it doesn't. It goes in all these weird directions and the game, this isn't an insult on the game. This is just my expectations for what the story would be are entirely different from what the game story actually is. The character Sebastian, he goes from being in, like, I guess it's hard to, as of now, I don't know which one's the real world. For all I know, what I think is the real world could be the fake world, and what I think is the fake world could be the real world, which in most games or movies like this, it tends to be the other way around normally. When he's in the real world, we're going to put quotes around it, when he's exploring and then these mutants are attacking him, he looks into these mirrors and they take him into this asylum where that's where you can upgrade your character stats and all that stuff. It has some decent RPG elements where he can obtain these pills or these fluids, and he sits in a chair, and when he's in the chair, you have to select what would be his best attribute to increase his health, his stamina, his weapons, stuff like that, his melee, all that stuff. So the game has some decent light RPG elements, which is pretty fun to play around with. Even though personally I thought I had 3,000 of this liquid, I thought, oh wow, I'm gonna be set. But no, that's like when you get 3,000 liquid, that increases one attribute. So 3,000 is not much whatsoever. But that's not a bad thing. It shows better management, and this game is all about item management, inventory management. Now this copy of the game came with what's it called? The Fighting Chance pack. I didn't put it in because I want to play this game genuine. I might go back and use the Fighting Chance pack eventually, but as of now, I just want to play the game genuine. And I have it on the harder difficulty and not extremely hard. They don't give the option for the extremely hard. I think you have to beat the game once before you can get, it has casual and standard. Standard's what I'm playing with now because there's no third level yet. I wish there was. And it is still pretty difficult. There is not the bullets aren't aplenty. It's not like Resident Evil 6 where I actually haven't played Resident Evil 6, but it's not like, Call of Duty where you have bullets all the time or stuff like that. Bullets are very limited. Matches are very limited, and how matches work is when an enemy is killed, you can either let him. I always normally either get away from the enemy, or I do burn them. Normally, when I use a stealth kill, which is really cool, you can stealth your enemies, and just avoid trying to have to shoot them, because if you waste bullets, you waste bullets. Bullets don't respawn. You have to manage bullets properly. So, when you stealth kill an enemy, that's when I normally will light a match and disintegrate their bodies. For all I know, they don't come back at all, but I have a feeling that they wouldn't put in that game mechanic if they didn't rise back up from the dead eventually. Excuse me. So yeah, there is a lot of item management here. Not extensive item management, but it's not insane micromanaging like some RPGs have. This isn't an RPG, but this has some decent item management, which is the main focus of the game, and I really am happy that they managed it well. Sorry, I'm just really thirsty right now. I don't know why. If I can get this thing close. But now that I got the fact that the gameplay is fun out of the way, I'm going to talk about the graphics. The graphics are okay. They're pretty good. They look by the end of this gen, but I'm going to be real with everyone who's watching this this review. Don't get this version because I like playing it, but there's a lot of clipping, a lot of screen tearing. There's times when that apocalyptic scene was happening, it was hard for me to take in how epic it was because the graphics would like pixelate heavily. And like I said, there was a lot of screen tearing. There was a lot of lag. Like the frame rate would drop, and it was noticeable. And I normally don't notice frame rate dropping, but that was one of the few times where I noticed this isn't standard. I know the Xbox 360. I don't think it does 60 frames per second. I've never noticed what 60. A few games on the Wii U are 60 frames per second, and I'm pretty sure the new Smash Bros is too, which is also a fantastic game. But I know the 360 doesn't, as far as I know, it doesn't do 60 frames per second, which I could be wrong. But this game definitely wasn't 60 frames per second, which isn't that big of a deal. I don't care that much about frame rate. It's trying too hard to look really good. I think if they would have taken the graphics and like tried to actually scale them down a bit more, the graphics would have been more visually appealing due to the fact that it wouldn't have had all the issues of screen tearing and then pixelation, stuff like that. I know they wanted to make it look as good as possible, but now the game's, cutscenes are suffering, and the cutscenes would be like this. Like, for a very brief moment, like that, but it's noticeable. And that is very distracting during the cutscenes. It doesn't really happen during the gameplay, which, if it happened during the gameplay, I would have just been like, I'm getting rid of this. I wouldn't have kept it. But it doesn't, so that's fine. It's only during the cutscenes, and the story is pretty interesting, but it's when the gameplay is where it mainly matters. And yeah, it is still a flaw in the game, but I'm not going to rail on it too much. It is noticeable, and I think they should have handled it better, but it's not a complete game killer. Graphical bugs for me, at least, as long as it doesn't interfere with the gameplay. The lighting is pretty good. There are some times, though, where I was walking out of a building, like the buildings early on in the game, like they're like old, like 1800s like houses, but they're all like destroyed and stuff like that. And I would walk out into it and then walk out of one, and it's not like the door's opening and it's loading a new level, like loading a new area. No, it's just walking from an open door outside, and then the outside would like automatically light up. I'm not sure if that's intentional, but it was kind of distracting. Overall, the game is a lot of fun, though. I am enjoying it. I do hope to get more gameplay out of it, even though it's weird. One of the achievements is beat the game in under 5 hours, which I don't know what I'm doing with this game yet, so hopefully it will take me more than 5 hours to beat. I don't like games that are too short. I don't like games that are too long either, which is why Borderlands has always been one I liked, because it gives me a lot of content, but I can always like come back to it later if I feel like it's too much. The storyline in the Borderlands games are never like too long. It's like if you go through all the side missions, then it gets really long. But hopefully this game holds up. I really do enjoy it. I do recommend picking it up. I'm not sure how the PS3 version looks, but I'm pretty sure this game was meant for next gen. So if you're going to get this game, get it on whatever next gen console you have. If you have a 360, if that's the only thing you have, run it first, see if the graphical errors do or do not distract you, then definitely pick it up. Wait for the price to drop a bit. I am enjoying it. I don't regret spending the $60, but I don't want someone going out there and then they're just like, well, these graphical errors, I just can't deal with them because that's just not good. Then they're out $60. But overall, I do enjoy the game. I do recommend playing through it. I give it a solid 7, and if anyone else has any opinions on The Evil Within, hopefully throughout the game, my opinion of it will improve a bit more. As the story progresses, stuff like that, I see more of what's going on. Maybe then it will actually become a Game of the Year type thing. but with the graphical errors, I don't think that's going to be possible. It's hard to say whether or not I like this, because Destiny was a letdown for a lot of people. I enjoyed Destiny a lot, actually, but I don't have a Game of the Year yet. And this may or may not be one of them, but as of now, it is still a solid survival horror game, and I really did dig the reference to the original Resident Evil. I hope everyone else noticed that too. Anyways, God bless, take care.